So mental health and aging. There's many different mechanisms that mediate this effect. Way back in the day, when I was an undergrad in Stanford, I worked in the lab of Dr. Robert Sapolsky, studying the effects of stress on the brain. Dr. Sapolsky's published extensively about how steroid stress hormones, glucocorticoids, actually also affect brain aging. And this is one of his papers on this mechanism. So the way that this happens is that the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for learning and memory, actually has more glucocorticoids, which are the receptors for the cortisol, than any other region in the brain. So therefore, what stress does is it reduces your capacity over time to learn and remember information. And it's been shown that people with mental illness, such as veterans, have shrunken hippocampuses. There's also many other mechanisms through which mental health issues mediate aging other than stress. And that includes, when you have a mental illness, it's harder to take care of yourself. You're less likely to make good choices. You're less likely to eat well, to exercise, to moderately drink alcohol. You're more likely to engage in destructive behaviors. You're more likely to be suicidal. It's harder to keep a job. It's harder to be in a relationship. All of the factors in life, Sigmund Freud said the three most important things in life are love, work, and play. Mental illness impairs your capacity in each of these. And so this is Dr. Sapolsky and me. It's very interesting. Many years later, after I worked in his lab, his book, Behave, and by the way, his book, Determined, just came out. Many of you might know. But his book, Behave, just came out the same week as my book, Fulfilled. I wrote a book called Fulfilled, How the Science of Spirituality Can Help You Live a Happier, More Meaningful Life. And so many years after working in his lab, we were able to do a book event together in New York City. That was a big highlight, so I like to include that. But he had another book that was called Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. And in his book, he talked about how short-term stress is actually really adaptive. Short-term stress revs your sympathetic system, enables you to escape from your tiger, enables you to be a little bit more cognitively focused on your exam. However, what happens in our society is something that zebras don't experience or other animals in the wild don't experience.